Hey, everybody. Welcome to another edition of What Drives You. My name is Stan Windhorn. I am one of your co-hosts. With me, as always, is my other co-host, Mr. Carl Bauer. What's up, buddy?
Welcome, everyone. Thank you, Stan. I am excited because we haven't knocked out some content as of late. We had a very, I think a touching, sensitive topic last time, but we're back on our series of top YouTubers that I follow, and next series hopefully will be top content creators that you follow. So yeah, I'm pumped. Welcome, everyone.
Yeah, let's talk about today's YouTuber. You want to say his name, and I know you got the stats. I can tell you you're looking at him right now.
I got the stats. I got the stats. Yes.
Lay some
Um,
stats on me.
Graham, but it's got a weird English spelling, but I believe it's Graeme Parker. He is at 2.63 million subscribers. His top video, which is crazy because he basically, when we get into this, you'll figure out what he does, has had over 22 million views. And I'm pretty
Okay,
impressed that Stan actually knows who this guy is. So fire away. What do
I
you know,
do.
Stan?
Well, I've watched a video or two of his, but I am astounded that there's that many people who are fascinated by what he does for a living. Now, I've got a little bit of interest in what he's done because I've seen it done live on horses. But before we go into that, why don't you explain to everybody what this guy does and what his YouTube channel is all about?
For sure, for sure. Yeah, so it's called the Hoof GP. I think that stands for general practitioner or something along those lines. But basically, he is a dairy cow and bull hoof trimmer, hoof doctor in
See, in
the
the horse
UK.
world, it's called a farrier. I wonder if that's true with cows too.
I don't know, a farrier. I have a friend who was a farrier for many, many years till he blew out his back. And so I've seen it up close and personal, like you, Stan. Matter of fact, he even let us practice with some stuff, which was pretty fun when I was used to ride a lot more. But and you probably saw it at medieval times all the time. So yeah, this guy does cows and he just knocks out. He started with just him and his one little tool, and now he's got a team of a couple other guys. He's got a cool truck, cool trailer. The machines these animals go into now, they support them and comfort them and hold their hoofs, and he just does some amazing work and really is he's entertaining. He's got a good personality too, even though he's living in cow poop all day long and hoof
Yeah.
shrapnel. Yeah.
I think his personality's got to be a big part of the popularity because I can't imagine that many people are interested in, fixing cows' hooves.
There is something therapeutic about it, and if it gets squeamish, I want to give everyone a little heads up. There's a lot of uh, infections. There's a lot of surprise particles in these poor animals' feet, and he does a really he actually cares. I
Did
think
you
Stan
just
for the
say
animals,
feets? You just said
feet,
these poor
foots,
animals'
hoofs,
feets.
whatever they are,
First of all, they're
extremities,
hooves, but if it's a
hooves,
plural, it would be feet, not feets.
hooves. It behooves you.
It behooves you to learn the English language. All right, keep going, please.
But he does actually care for these animals and
Yeah.
does bring them relief, and but there's something therapeutic about it. It's like one of my other favorite channels, which I don't know why I didn't have in this list, but Dr. Pimple Popper. I am just obsessed with the cleaning and the relief of that, and just the healing and the care that she has, just like for people, like he has for the
Yeah.
animals. It's it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Can you imagine going on a date with Dr. Pimple Popper? I think she's probably married, but what do you do
She's
for a
married.
living? I pop pimples.
Hey,
But the same can be
hey,
true about doing this with the hooves. Here's one of my questions, and maybe you've watched it enough to know. But like this episode I just watched, there's a bull and it had a nail stuck up in its hoof. I can't even imagine being that heavy and walking around on that. But once he cleans out all the infection and everything and shaves that thing down, that bull's going to go out and start walking around in bull and cow poop again. How does it keep from, you know what I mean? It doesn't seem like there's any cover or anything that goes over the hoof. How does it? I just don't get it. How does it
It
not get
depends on the
infected?
animal. He's got a lot of antiseptics and the spray stuff, and he actually started doing a lot with like wraps that covers it up if it's really bad. So it'll cover it up and it'll stay for a while. But I mean, these animals are really, really resilient. I mean, they live out of doors for the most part, and they're tough. So yeah, I wish he would do a little more like, hey, I remember this animal from a month ago. Here's the update. He has done a couple of those, but I'm sure because he's trying to run a business and feed his family and all that, that's not really his top thing. But he is definitely a top talent on YouTube. He's also a car collector. He built this amazing barn where he stores all of his like super fancy cars. So he's doing something right, Stan. That's for sure.
So the cow feeds business pays some money then.
Well, I don't think that pays the money. I think his sponsorships and his YouTube
No,
prowess.
I think a farrier is a pretty good living because it's a
Yeah.
real specialized thing. I'll tell you my thoughts on this, and I until I watched these videos, I never saw it done on a cow, but I've seen it up close and personal on horses, like you said, at medieval times. And I'm a firm believer that animals can sense your mood, your confidence around them. If you're scared around the animals, they know you're scared, and that probably makes them tense and everything too. We could go on and on about this with the horse main horse I used to ride at medieval times. Um, but my point is I think these farriers are just so good at what they do, and they have such a calm confidence that they're not going to get their head kicked off. That is a big part of why these animals allow them to pick up their foot and put them in such a vulnerable position.
Yeah. He definitely has a calming spirit. If you guys like any of those transformation videos, or there is like a little bit of that restoration component, like I bought an abandoned building or I bought this broken down car, just that sort of feel where I'm like, I got this broken, injured, pained animal and I'm going to heal him up. There is
Yeah,
that similarity
sure.
to those. Maybe that's part of the other reason I like it. But he travels to some amazing places and he does a really good job of the filming and his audio is good and all that kind of stuff. But he's really grown a big following. I think I started him, he was less than 1 million followers and now he's over 2. So he's got some juice, he's got some momentum. So good on
Top
you.
quality production value, just much like what drives you.
Of course, sure. We have a little less risk in getting crushed by a 4,000 pound bull. But I have been slapped in the face by a Sasquatch. Yeah.
We'll leave that story for another day. All right, what do you want to wrap up on the Hoof Man?
Well, I would tell you, Graham, Hoof GP, we would love to share your story if you're out there. If you check this out, hopefully you will. I know you're a little bit ahead of us on time, so maybe like one day, at the end of your day, when you're back home and sipping your little cup of tea, having a little cuppa, you can dial us in and we'll share your journey.
Why don't you share his name and his channel again?
It's called the Hoof GP. I will put a little link in our description as well. And his name is Graeme Parker. Graeme Parker.
Graeme Parker. Graeme Parker. Yeah, Hoof GP. I think it's general
The
practitioner.
the Hoof GP. Yeah.
Hmm. All right. Maybe that's
Because I
English
couldn't think of it. I don't know what
for the
else it would
goat.
be. Huh?
Maybe that's English for the goat. I don't know.
Greatest professional? I don't know. We'll ask him.
Graham Parker.
Graham, come
Yeah. See,
on.
Graham, that's why you got to come on. We need answers, man. We need
We
answers.
we do. Cool.
All right, Carl.
Good
Good to
one.
see you. Everybody, thanks for joining us on this episode of What Drives You Be Good Humans.
Thank you, Stan.
See you, bud.
Bye.